Redneck Garage here, bringing you some more content today. I wanted to tell you guys about last night. I went to Harbor Freight, spent like $100 on some more tools, bunch of tools. I'll take you through and show you what they're all about here in a bit. I want to tell you about this 80cc Monster Moto that I just worked on this morning for a customer. I was gonna video that, but I decided not to. I just wanted to get it done, really. I didn't want to make a big old thing out of it. But it had water in the fuel. They said they bought it used off somebody. It ran for 5 minutes and quit. They couldn't get it started. I couldn't even get it started. So first thing I did was I pulled the air filter out, checked it. I pulled the carburetor off. It was pretty cruddy and nasty, and some water came out of it. So I drained all the gas, let it sit, see if it'd separate. Sure enough, there was water in it. So I cleaned the carb and I put brand new fresh fuel in it, and it runs pretty good. Got it running good. See if I can start it up here for you. One pull, fires right up. Not a bad little machine. They bought it for their kid. I'm not gonna charge them any money. I just, want to help them out for Christmas. That's just what I do. He did give me $20 last night. I didn't want to take it, but some people are, and I was just like, whatever, I'll take it. But I ended up using it on cleaner and stuff to clean their bike out and put some fresh gas in it anyway. So, it worked out. I guess if you're looking for one of these things, go for it. They got this one used, I thought he said for $100. Pretty nice little thing. It'd be great for a kid. 5-6-year-old kid. It'd be great for a little boy or girl. And they're cheap. He bought this one used. I don't know where it came from, but he bought this one used and paid $100 for it. They're like $400 brand new. Tractor Supply has them on sale right now. I think it's like $3.99. I think. Don't quote me on it. But I thought that's what I seen in the ad that I had. For a few $100, kids can have fun. And if you want to get serious about it, these little motors is easy to tweak. You can, I know Go Power Sports, they carry a lot of high performance mods for engines. A lot of stuff is direct fit, bolt on. They'll bolt on a lot of different engines. Now, I don't know about these, but I'm sure you can find something when you put your mind to it. I modified my boys' 125cc Coolster go-kart. I modified the crap out of that thing, and I got a lot of performance, and that little motor just hangs in there. My boys, they run the absolute dog crap out of that thing. I mean, man, that motor screams. They climb hills. It's came off the ground a couple of times on some jumps. I mean, they just beat it, and it's been a great little go-kart. I paid $1,200 for it. I put like $200 in it in mods. That was carburetor, intake, spark plug, oil. I changed the oil every couple of rides just because it's what it is. It's Chinese. And I don't cheap out on oil. I buy good oil, 15W40, whatever. I put an exhaust on it. I put a 26 millimeter Mikuni carburetor on it with a 22 millimeter intake. 22 millimeter intake's biggest I could get. And to be honest with you, for it being a 22 millimeter intake, it sure is the same size as that 26 millimeter carburetor. So I don't know what's going on there. So I didn't even have to port it. And it runs great. I did have to buy a jet kit for it. It was like $5 on Amazon. Put it in there, tuned her up. I put an NGK spark plug in her. Man, does she run good. I got her tuned and everything, and I changed the sprocket ratio on it because they had it geared way too low. Like, it had a lot of high speed, really no torque. So I got it to where it had, you smack the throttle and it'll sit there and spin tires. And it still reaches 38 miles an hour, which in my opinion is a little too fast for that little Chinese go-kart. But when you're in the trails, you don't hit that. So I don't worry about my kids. Every once in a while, I let him open her up. He's a pretty skilled little driver, and I always make them wear their safety gear and stuff. So I let them buckle in and wear their shit and give her hell for a good little run. But after that, I don't let them go that fast anymore, you know. Not on that. It's a Chinese go-kart. You know, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I don't feel safe going 38, 40 miles an hour on that thing. But on the other hand, it's been a great go-kart. It's held up great. Haven't seen any cracked welds, any broken nothing. I am going to upgrade the tires a little bit just to give it a little bit more clearance, which means I'm going to have to play with the gearing ratio some more. So I don't know what I'm going to do there, but I know I want to go taller on the tires. If I can't go taller on the tires, I'm going to have to figure out some kind of a lift kit for it. And I'm going to have to widen it. The front's wide. The front's plenty wide, but you know, on them Chinese things, the back is a little narrow. A little too narrow. So I'm thinking if I widen that, it'd be great. I'll have to make something or see if I can buy something. I don't know. But sorry guys, I didn't get cleaning the carburetor on video. I figured this thing was going to be so simple. Most of you watching this already know how to clean a carburetor, and you know how to tell if gas is bad or not. So you didn't miss a whole lot of nothing other than me wrenching. I had it fixed in like an hour. That's because I take my time and clean it, check all the gaskets, and all that. But yeah, it runs great. Wouldn't run at all when they brought it to me yesterday. Now, this is the first job for Redneck Garage here, which that's my channel name, but here it's Steve's Small Engine. I do this on the side. I'm a mechanic full-time. I think I've said that other times in my videos, but I'm a mechanic full-time. This just, you know, little jingle in the pocket, and it gives me something to do here at home when I ain't got nothing to do. So it's, if I say no to doing something, it's because I don't want to do it. I don't have to do it because I don't live on this income. There's things I have to do at work because I live on that income. This income is just screw-off money, and I didn't even charge these people anything. That $20 they give me, I put it back into the bike pretty much. So, you know, they keep offering me money. I don't want it. I'm just trying to let a kid have a good Christmas, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, had it been any other situation, yeah, I charge $70 an hour to work on stuff here. So, had it have been a four-wheeler or something, yeah, I'd have charged. But this, I was like, nah. It'd give me something to do in the morning, you know? But yeah, I mean, if you're watching this and you can help somebody out, do it. It doesn't hurt nobody these days. Everybody always thinks about themselves, and it's like, why? Help somebody. Give them a hand. Like this situation, I helped them, you know. They could have paid me, I could have charged them, but no. It's not about that. It's about helping others. And like I said, yeah, had it been a bigger job, yeah, I would have charged. But something small, no. You treat people good, they'll come back to you. They'll keep coming back to you. You do things for them. Even if I'd have charged him 20 bucks, he'd have been happy. You know, which I put his 20 bucks in the fuel and cleaner and stuff to clean the carburetor. And we all know carburetor cleaner, it's like what, $10 a can? And a couple bucks in fuel, so, you know. When I did my fuel going to get it in my truck, so, you know, whatever. But had he not gave me that 20, I still wouldn't have charged him. I'd have just done it. Anyway, help somebody if you can. Does not hurt. Give a damn hand every once in a while. Quit being sticklers. Get your head out of your ass. Quit thinking about your damn self. And help somebody. It don't hurt. There's stuff I do at work for people and charge them next to nothing or nothing. Because, you know, not everybody has money. I don't have money. I'm sure you watching this don't have money. But you over there, you got money. No, not you. You got money. Just kidding. Anyway, you guys know what I mean. Not everybody's got money and everybody falls on hard times and stuff, whatever. Not saying that about these people. I'm sure they're more than capable. But it's the point. It's the damn point. Lend a freaking hand. You see somebody on the side of the road broke down? Try and stop if you can. I do. If I'm able to, I do. I've stopped many times on the side of the road. Even one guy, he was overheating. And, you know, what I ended up doing was cracking his radiator cap so his antifreeze wouldn't build up that much pressure so he'd get the hell home. You know? But I don't, you know, I told him, come by, I'll fix it. I think he fixed it himself. He was mechanically inclined, but he was sitting there, I don't think he thought about that, cracking the cap. Just fucking help people. We're going to get on with the video. Let's see. You go through some of the tools I bought. Bought this little, Harbor Freight calls this a dead blow hammer, which I guess it is. But it ain't the dead blow hammer that I'm used to. But these work good. Tapping pistons down in, you know, tapping stuff off that kind of got to be fragile with and soft. You got to soft, you know, whatever. I think this was like $4. Go ahead and get one. They'll come in handy. I used it this morning, tapping that carburetor off because it was stuck. Little tappy tappy. And it'll be happy happy. These pliers, we got to talk about these pliers. These are made by Doyle. Harbor Freight stuff. These things were like $8 or something. $10. I don't know. I'd have to look at the receipt. But anyway, if you want to know prices, go to harborfreight.com. All their stuff's cheap and affordable. We all know this. These Doyle pliers, they sure do look a lot like my Mac pliers. I have a whole Mac plier set at work. The only difference between my one that's like this and this one, the only difference is this one said Doyle and the other one says Mac. Yeah. So if these are anything like my Mac pliers, which these are cheaper, My Mac pliers, they're on the cheap side too. They get the job done. They're not the greatest, but they get the job done. They're Mac tools. Mac tools is cheap. They're a lower end truck tool. But they got lifetime warranty and stuff. Whatever. You pay a little bit more, but I buy a lot of Harbor Freight stuff because you get the same warranty for less money, even if you break it a little more. Even if you break it more times, they still got the same warranty. So if you have to, buy two. That way when you break one, you have another one to back up on. Or you have one to loan to your coworker or whatever when they need it. We share tools in the shop. Everybody does. If you don't, you're an asshole. We already went over these in the last video. We already went over the sockets, the screwdrivers, and the wrenches. I did just use this Pittsburgh 10mm swivel head ratchet wrench for the first time today. Works great. This Cobalt ratchet, we reviewed it in the last video. Thinking about taking this one back, getting my money back because it keeps locking up. Sockets are great. This ratchet, look, I can't even turn it now. It's locked. I don't know. Cheap junk, I guess. But could just be the ratchet because my other stuff works good. Well, let's see. I got this 18-piece offset T-handle Hex Keys set. I think this was $19.99. It's worth it. They're lower end. They're bent right out of the box. They'll get the job done. Break whatever you got to do. Break it loose with your socket, and then get this. But these you can twist on them pretty good. I haven't used them yet, but I have used their other little sets of their Hex Keys, and they work good. So they work good. These will probably work good too. For $20 for little things around the house, small engines and stuff, you can't beat them. For most stuff that requires those, they're not that tight anyway. So big deal. Zip ties. These zip ties, these bags of zip ties are like $2. Harbor Freight zip ties, they work pretty good. About 1 out of every 20 break. But these colored ones, I think out of like 4 bags of these, I've only ever had like 2 or 3 break. So that's not bad. These colored ones are a little bit more stronger than these. I don't know why or what the difference is. But I use these for fancy stuff when I'm doing fancy things. And these when I just gotta zip tie shit together. They're cheap. Get them. Funnels. These funnels were like $1 something. I've been using Harbor Freight funnels all my life. You can't say anything bad about their funnels. Other than they get lost. My wife has a set in the house that we use for sugar, like making tea and stuff. You get 4 of them in there. This one, this is your standard oil draining, whatever you want to use it for funnel. I think it was like $2. Can't beat them. Get their funnels. Don't spend a bunch of money at the parts store getting their funnels. They're the same thing. Let's see. I bought their chisel set. It was $10. Reason why I bought this chisel set is because I had this same set at work and it's probably 5 or 6 years old, and boy, I bet you I pick up a chisel at least 4 or 5 times, 6, 7 times a week, if not more. And the only thing I have to do to them is like the big one here. I have to sharpen it every once in a while because I use the big one to like cut shit, and the small one too. Other than that, they're fine. This small one here, it does like to bend, but I've also used snap-on ones and stuff. They do the same thing, but I have yet to break it. I've bent it and bent it back I don't know how many times, and it just hasn't broke. And then you got your center punches and stuff. These work good. Pick them up. Don't be scared. Pick them up. I think Harbor Freight should start sponsoring my videos. How much money I spent there. Feeler gauge. Picked it up last night. Never owned a Harbor Freight one. I'm sure it isn't different. I didn't even take it out of the pack. But, you know, I'm sure it'll be just fine. Feeler gauge. It was like $3. Pics. Pics, 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 because y'all are a bunch of... Never mind. These are a couple bucks, too. They work good. I got the same set at work. Had them for years. Never even broke one. As a matter of fact, mine aren't orange anymore. They're black. But I do have a black set, too. But I'm talking from grease and stuff. Yeah, a couple bucks. Can't beat these. And then Harbor Freight, for a few more dollars, they have the bigger set. I have that too at work. Those work good too. You can't beat them. Can't beat them. Might as well join them. Let's see. Stapler. I bought a stapler from Harbor Freight. I'll let you know how it works, but man, does it feel heavy. Actually, I'll bet you this pack's a good 2-3 pounds? I don't know. But it comes with a bunch of different staples, brad nails, blah, blah, blah. This will do 3 different ones or whatever. Yeah, it comes with each of them. That's cool. But I bought it because I figured it was like $5. $5. And it's made out of metal. It isn't plastic. So it might work good. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. Because I'll be using it. What else did I buy? I bought a ton of stuff. Where's it all at? Oh! Pry Bar set. Pry Bar set. It's like $10. I got this very same set at work. I've had my Pry Bar set for about 10, 12, maybe a little longer years. And I lost this one over the years. I don't know why, because I never really used it. But I still have these 3. These 3 are going strong. This one is always my go-to one. And man, this sucker is strong. There ain't no more paint on it. It all chipped off, but it doesn't rust either. It's like, I don't know. And I always beat on this. You're not supposed to, but when I'm popping out transmission axles, I put this one up in there and I beat on the handle. I beat on it for years, and the handle just came off the other day. Just the other day, and that's because I was beating on it a little too hard. So had I not done that, it probably still had the handle. Get these. They're great. They also have the big ones. I had one of those too. They're like $20. They work good too. People talk about, oh, you're going to break them, break them, break them. They're cheap, break them. You're going to break them, they'll break, and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I've cranked on this, not this particular one, but the same one I got at work. I've cranked on it and cranked on it and cranked on it. Listen, I don't think you can break these things. If you do, you're not, I don't know. I have it, and I've had it for years, and it gets daily use. And like I said, I beat on it too. And this, not the real small one, but the next smaller one up, I use it to when I'm doing brakes to pop the calipers off. I just, boom, done. Let's see. We already went over the Harbor Freight Ratchet the other last video. Let's see, guys. I don't think I... Yeah, I think we're... I don't remember. A bunch of stuff. But anyway, I think that's it for the tools. I can't really give you a review on everything other than the ones that I said I use at work, because I have a lot of these same tools at work. So I give you an honest review. But the ones that I haven't used are only used like for 2 minutes, like the Harbor Freight wrench. I used it on a freaking carburetor. If you break it on a carburetor, it's definitely junk. But like I said, I've used Harbor Freight wrenches. I said this in the last video. I've used Harbor Freight wrenches for years. Never broke but one. And it was because I had a bar on it that was like this long. And if I remember right, I was trying to get out a power steering line. Yep, off of a rack and pinion. I never did get that line, so I ordered a whole line kit for the car. Screw it. Anyway, check out one of these Monster Moto things. They're pretty good. And I don't know what other brands everybody else got, but to be honest with you, they're all practically the same thing with a different company sticker on them. They're all Chinese made. They're all junk. I mean, think about it, they are, but take care of them, they'll last. Just like anything else. Ford, it's junk. Chevy, it's junk. Chrysler, it's definitely junk. Kawasaki's junk. They're all junk. What junk do you like? That's the key. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to tell you what I did this morning, give you an update, and I'm hoping, I want to run 220 out here so I can have a welder, because I want to start building stuff. But I want my channel to grow a little bit before I do that. So I'm just doing this little stuff to get the channel growing. Then once I get a good audience, I'll start doing stuff that costs a lot more money. I don't mind doing tool reviews because I need the tools for here anyway, so I gotta buy them. I do have a Patreon page, so if you donate, I'll use that money to buy things to review. If there's stuff that you like me to do in my videos to make my videos better, comment below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up either. And share the video. Let everybody know. I want to build the channel. Help me build the channel. I don't know if you guys do, like, probably, if you're watching me, you probably watch Redbeard's Garage. That guy, he's got it going on, man. He's, you know, I like him. I watch all of his videos, like every freaking video. As soon as it comes out, I'm on it. I watch it, you know. I want to start doing stuff that he does, but different. I don't really want to do go-karts and mini bikes. I want to do... There's too many people on YouTube doing go-karts and mini bikes. I want to do, like... I want to build side-by-sides. And I want to try and find old street bikes and rake them and tear them apart. I want to put Harbor Freight motors on them, like the 670s or 670, and do that. Just old motorcycles that are just junk. You know, we can slap some tires on, clean them up, make them look halfway decent. Throw a $700 670 on it, and ride it. I want to do stuff like that. So share my videos. Let's get the audience going, and I'll see what I can do. I don't mind doing things. So peace. Redneck Garage out.